Slept well, have you? Can't have done much else by the look of this lot.
Slow work, Walling.
Yeah, slow work, I'm all like.
I'll take me time, do a good job. Oh, you brought tea, have you?
Aye. I'll need help off with trailer.
What, my dinner hour?
It'll take plenty of time after, I've no doubt. Come on. Are you coming?
Since when have you been foreman?
Look, Jack wants the cows in here. He can't let them in until this wall's done.
I'm not worried about Jack Zugdin.
Well, you should be. It pays you to work, not sit about wasting time.
He can afford it. Keeps a thick enough wallet, I notice.
Just the sort of thing you would notice. Come on.
When I'm ready. I haven't seen him around much this morning. Gone walking up to Eaglebrook, has he?
Yes, I got it the other day. I'm just glad it's settled about Lynn, that's all. No, I've no plans. Yes, I'll let you know when I have. Yes. Goodbye. People think they own you.
And you don't like that, do you?
I just don't think anyone should be allowed to command another person's life.
Can I ask you who's trying to command yours?
Meaning, is it a woman?
I suppose you must have known some in London.
None as pretty as you.
You just won't give anything away, will you?
I mean it. You're the prettiest girl I've ever known.
Ruth Merrick's very pretty.
Looks beaten to me. Marriage, I expect, and mothering Merrick's kids.
You know, when he was showing those snapshots last night, he seemed to me to be hinting at you that he had to marry her.
He gives me a bad taste in the mouth.
Were you very fond of her? Of Ruth?
Enough to wish she'd married a better man.
Maybe she didn't want to. On the other hand, he didn't leave her. If it was that way, I mean.
I don't see what that proves.
Well, he could have deserted her.
Which all goes to show, doesn't it?
Show what?
That no one should try to command another person's life. Though I suppose in this instance it was convention that did the commanding. But then as convention is largely a matter of choice, it amounts to the same thing. They murdered each other honourably.
I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Ruth and Merrick. Well, she was pregnant. I dare say she thought he ought to marry her. Whereas the best thing for both of them would have been to forget the whole business.
A woman can't forget she's pregnant.
I mean marrying out of mistaken senses of honour, obligation. Oh, I don't know, call it what you like. Only they should have thought of saving their futures, not their faces.
Perhaps they were thinking of the baby.
I doubt it.
That's not very nice.
I was being objective. That's got nothing to do with being nice. It's to do with being honest.
Isn't it honest to accept the responsibility for bringing a child into the world?
Responsibility is one thing. Marriage is another.
And the man would discharge his responsibility by paying the poor woman a few pounds a week, I suppose.
Ruth's been lucky to get that from what I hear. Man's a layabout. I only keep him on out of a sense of sympathy for Ruth.
Layabout or not, he did try and do right by her.
What did Ruth get out of it? 2 more kids and continual worry about how to make both ends meet? Should have been better off on her own with 1 child.
1 illegitimate child!
Oh, that's just a word. It doesn't mean anything.
It does if you're the child or the mother.
You know, you look even more pretty when you're worked up a bit.
You wanted to stay the night with me, didn't you?
I still do.
If I'd become pregnant, would you have married me?
I'd have accepted my responsibilities.
By marrying me?
I'd live with you, share a house with you, support you, love you, but not marry you. I don't believe in marriage.
I see.
If 2 people love each other, that's enough. There's no need for promises, contracts. They're meaningless anyhow. It's what's felt that counts. I love you, Marion.
No. I don't think we'd better see each other anymore. Please go.
But I want you to...
I don't want to hear anymore. I thought I loved you, but I don't. I despise you.
We'll miss the bus to Otten at this rate.
Forgot all about it, I expect.
Hey, Jack's not like that.
We forgot about milking this morning. Get these chairs up, come on. No, best leave it to me the way you are. There's no weight in her. All the same, better safe. By the same token, you ought to see a doctor about that backache. Make sure it is nothing.
Oh, here's something now. Hi, love.
Mind how you go. Mind this.
If we make it, we've 10 minutes to get to Otten.
He's like a kid on an outing. Oh, I thought that Marion Wilkes was taking up to bus for Bradford. Did she? No, it's Nidbury's hire car. Wonder why that is. Oh, happen she's busy or car's gone wrong. Reckon he's keen on her? Serious, I mean. Oh, Jack and Marion Wilkes. Well, he's sleeping somewhere, isn't he? Didn't hear. Doesn't do to draw conclusions. Oh, they'll draw conclusions in village when it gets about. There's no saying that it will. And whatever you think of her, she strikes me as being a sensible girl. Not the sort to go looking for trouble. I doubt Tom Merrick will see it that way.
What happened to that woman who was supposed to be coming in from the village?
She's not free yet. I called on her twice, and each time she says next week.
Oh, well, if she's going to be like that, best start looking for somebody else.
Well, I'll give her one more chance.
Suit yourself. But somebody's got to do the cooking when I get back. It'll be a while before I'm really out and about.
Don't worry.
Can't help it. Cooking here's worse than yours. How have you been managing, by the way?
All right. Alec's taking me to lunch today.
Oh, is he? Seen anything of Jack Sugden lately?
No, not much. Is there anything you want? Magazines or anything?
Oh, that lot to get through. Yeah. Funny sort of chap, that Sugden.
Yes, he is.
Wouldn't surprise me if he had a wife somewhere.
I don't think so.
Well, you never know. After all.
Daddy, please. You don't have to put me on my guard. I learnt my lesson with Peter, and there's nothing like that between me and Jack Sugden. There never will be.
Oh.
Now, I better go and see Joe. Start getting things ready for your return.
Including a good cook.
I'll do my best. Bye-bye.
Bye, love. And whatever's happened, maybe it's for the best.
It'll all come out in court. I've been drinking in the Woolpack, see? I was on my way to see you when it happened. You know what for? To warn you about Jack. You haven't got a hope with him.
I know that, Joe.
Really? Who told you?
He did. Joe, I was thinking, when you come out, I still want to learn to fish. I hope you're still willing to teach me.
You'll need to buy a good rod first.
Just as friends, Joe.
Cartwrights. You'll get a good one there.
Hey, what's this?
What went to Bradford for?
I mean, he's bought this for a farm.
Aye. It's not new, but only a year old and one owner.
Where's he?
He dropped off in village.
Look at this, Mum. It must have cost a packet. What's payments, do you know?
Jack fixed everything. I was just there to drive.
Well, we'll be right Lord Mucks now, won't we? Eh?
Remains to be seen.
Has Jack Sugden been in?
Not as I've noticed.
He does come in midday, doesn't he?
Often as not, but there's no saying, not for sure. Are you drinking?
No, I'll not bother, thanks.
Yes, but just get on with it yourself.
Run along, I'll be home in a minute. Hello, Jack.
Oh, Ruth.
I'm sorry about the way Tom was in pub.
Oh, it's nothing.
He's not that bad, really.
How are the kids?
Oh, they're fine.
That's good anyway.
I wanted to ask, has Tom been all right up at the farm, working?
He'll be all right, don't worry.
Do you mind if I ask you something?
I never mind being asked anything.
Are you keeping him on to help me?
Of course not. I need a man.
It's not that hard to find men.
Well, he was first. And he's... Well, I'm happy with what he does, and that's all there is to it.
Oh.
Is anything wrong?
Jack, I want you to sack Tom.
It's you.
Look, Marion.
It's no use, Jack.
I want to talk to you.
It's no use. We're better off not seeing each other.
Look, I've been thinking things over. Well, if it means that much to you, we may as well get married.
What?
I love you. I think you love me. No point letting a little ritual keep us apart. If that's what you want, I'm prepared to go through with it.
I'm sorry, Jack, no.
For heaven's sake, why not?
If you don't understand, there's no point in trying to explain.
I'm prepared to marry you. What more do you want?
I've got to go, Jack. Alec's coming for me.
Come on, man, get it up here.
You go your pace, I'll go mine.
We've got to get finished. I'm taking women to hospital to see Joe.
Well, that's your problem, innit?
You're not supposed to smoke in barns.
Who says so?
I'm telling you, it's common sense. Come on, put it out. Men get sacked for that.
Jack Sugden would think twice before he sacked me. How keen is he on that Wilkes girl, do you reckon?
It's none of my business, or yours.
Oh, he used to be keen on our Ruth. Happen he still is. In fact, checking all round, you could say Jack Sugden's obliged to me.
You're a dirty type, Merrick.
You want to watch it? When I lay my cards on the table up now, I'll be giving the orders.
I told you yesterday, don't ask questions.
I'm
just
here to
sit
tell you
there.
that I've thought it over and I can't.
It'll be trouble for you if you don't.
And what will it be for you if I do?
We've managed before, we'll manage again.
But I can't just sack a man because you don't like him working for me.
You can when he's my husband.
Has all this got something to do with our having, well, been friends before?
It's to do with the kind of man Tom is. I know him.
You mean he's jealous?
Jealous? Don't even know the meaning of the word. All he's after is a soft touch, and that's how he sees you.
I don't mind.
I do.
Whose are these?
Jackie's. He seems to have a touch for it.
I used to be rather good at this sort of thing myself when I was a kid. In fact, given the chance, I might have followed it up.
Most kids draw well.
These are better than most. Don't take this amiss, Ruth,
I
but
don't want any help.
I wasn't going to offer any. But I would like to buy these pictures.
That's charity back door.
I asked you not to take it amiss. £5 each. I think it's a fair price. I could be wrong, but I think they're a good investment.
You can have them if you sack Tom.
He'll only get that when I think he deserves it.
All right. Price of pictures is £100.
75. So we're double what I offered.
If you want them, you pay what I want. £100.
I'll give you 100 for 8. These two.
Make it cash. To me.
Are you all right, love?
Is there any jobs going in that paper? I'm not staying here to be made a fool of by Tom Merrick.
What's he been doing?
Nout. Not work, any road, and I'm carrying him no longer. Look and see if there's any jobs.
Merrick's not doing his work. You ought to tell Jack.
I'm not storytelling.
Oh, grow up. You're out of school now. Man's not doing his work. You've duty to tell Jack.
I don't see how. I'm only a paid labourer, same as Merrick.
Of course you're not.
And he knows it. He's told me so more than once.
Jack's bound to get Merrick weighed up before long, and that'll be finished of him. He'll be out.
You don't know your own son if you reckon that, Mum.
I know he's no fool.
No, he's not, but he's... Oh, I don't know how to put it.
I'll put it for you. Ruth Harker, Merrick's missus.
She's out to him now. It's Wilkes' girl he's after. No, it's not that. You think he'll keep Merrick in work for Ruth's sake?
Aye, and her kids.
I said that gossip had come up again. Jack knows naught of that.
No, but he will. Merrick will soon tell him if it suits his book. And there's that Marion Wilkes. Jack will not want her name bandied about. It's a right mess. There's naught I can do about it. I'm best out of it.
Don't be hasty. Jack may be soft-hearted, but it'll take more than Merrick to better him, you mind.
Yeah, he came early. 7 months. I was surprised, I can tell you.
It's not unusual.
Funny thing is, I can see lots of Ruth in him, but I can't see anything of myself. Not that I'd ever mention it to Ruth, of course. I wouldn't want to upset her.
Why tell me?
Well, it worries a man, doesn't it? It nags at you. Every time I look at him, I feel, you know, Ruth might have pulled something on me.
She wouldn't. Forget it.
Mr. Sugden, I don't like to ask you this, but I'd like a rise if you could manage it.
Oh, I see.
Well, it's pretty difficult to manage on what I get. And the kids are expensive. Especially Jackie.
You do your work properly instead of leaving it all to Matt, and I might think about it. In the meantime, spend less on yourself in the pub and Ruth might find it easier.
I spend no more than you do.
I haven't got your responsibilities.
No. Happen I've got yours.
First 2 weeks' wages. You're fired.
Hey, now wait a minute.
I'm sorry for Ruth, but it's best. Now get out.
You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you let yourself in for.
I'm quite happy to take what comes.
Oh, aye. Well, I bet Marion Wilkes won't be. Nor her father either. Not when I let on what's been going on up at Inglebrook lately.
And what has been going on?
Early morning walks. That's a good one. First question will be which bed you got out of to go walking from.
And how much do you want to keep your mouth shut?
Ah. Well, I'll have to think, won't I? A lady's reputation don't come cheap. Especially when her dad'd half kill you if he found out. For Mrs. Society hasn't got up here yet, you know. Yeah. I'll have to think about it.
Well, now you're not working, you'll have plenty of time to think, won't you? And think on, if you come back here to tell me, you'll be doing time. for blackmail. Now get out. I'll have your cards sent on. Quiet in here, what's up?
Is you here for a meal?
I shall be going out again shortly. Any news with Joe?
He's mending. And Mr. Wilkes will be out any day now.
He's not our worry. We shall have to do milking on our own for a while, Matt. I've had to sack Merrick. What's that for?
Nothing. Have your tea?
Hey, what the hell's going on here? Well, where you been? Where are the kids? Hey, where's all this stuff gone? I mean, what's going on?
We're leaving, Tom.
What the hell are you talking about? Leaving where?
Here. Leastways I am. It's up to you to make up your mind what you're going to do.
So are you off your twist? Where are the kids?
I've sent them to Aunt Mary in Leeds. I'm catching 20 past bus myself. Are you coming or not?
What for? Hey, what's supposed to be happening?
I've always wanted to get away from here. Well, this morning, after you left, I had a letter saying my premium bond had come up. Look, £50.
50 quid.
Aye, so I phoned Aunt Mary, and we can stay with her till we find something. This'll keep us. Are you coming?
50 bloody quid. Why couldn't you have won a big un?
This'll do me. Are you coming?
Oh, now listen.
I've got to catch the bus.
Look, I've got things to settle.
What? Who round here'll miss you? Except perhaps Jack Sugden, and you can drop him a line telling him you don't want the job anymore.
All right.
You'll get something better in Leeds, easy.
All right, I could, but what's the hurry?
You suit yourself. I'm not missing that bus.